Episode 88 in this video was not kind to me. Today we're talking about the very elusive lion-tailed macaque. Now, I have found a creature here that gave me no history, no culture, and nothing fun about its physiology. But I will do my best to share at least some knowledge about the animal. Scientifically known as Macaques silenus, macaca, as we know from the Japanese macaque video, is just the Latin word for macaque, and silenus is actually something interesting as it is the name of the foster father of the Greek god Dionysus. Silenus was the rustic god of drunkenness, the forest, and wine, and usually seen as a jovial, stout, balding man. It was thought that his intoxication granted him prophetic wisdom, and while I can understand some of that for the animal at hand, I have seen nothing jovial about these creatures. But before I get too lost in the weeds about that, let's discuss what we know about their history. Macaques had split off from the rest of the primate family roughly 23 million years ago in Africa. Macaques themselves, as a species, evolved roughly 9, and started to really diversify roughly 5 to 6 million years ago. And about 3 million years ago, they found their way out of Africa and expanded all throughout Asia, all the way to Japan. And that's about all we got. The lion-tailed macaque set up shop in what is known as the Western Ghats Mountains in southwestern India, and had been there ever since. And that's the history. See what I mean? It's kind of annoying. Now, if we were talking about the rhesus macaque or the bonnet macaque, we'd have a better cultural section. But no! Even the ancient Hindu religion says barely anything special about these specific species. But if there is at least some levity, all macaques are directly associated with the god Hanuman, the god of monkeys. He is also revered for his devotion to Rama, who was the 7th avatar of Vishnu. Now, the reason they're so lacking in information probably has to do with their remote home. But, because of how much of a struggle it was researching them, I'm just going to say it's because these monkeys are assholes. While most monkeys are known for thievery and mischief, the lion-tail is more territorial and stubborn than most. And this doesn't just apply toward people. Lion-tails are oddly antisocial. While they do live in groups of 10 to 20, they are known to not really participate in social grooming as much as other monkeys, and they also aren't really seen playing with one another. And on top of that, they don't even look like a real living animal. I mean, look at this picture. This is not a stuffed animal. This is a picture of a live creature. That doesn't look real. I'm sorry. But despite all my smack talk and frustration with what is also known as the wanderu, they are serious victims of the modernizing world. The most common dangers for them are getting hit by cars, being killed for stealing from plantations, and electrocution from traveling along power lines. Mind you, these aren't small monkeys like the capuchin. On average, they will weigh roughly 4 to 22 pounds and stand 17 to 24 inches tall. Something of that size trying to travel along power lines isn't just getting fried, it's taking out the power for the local village as well. And finally, they're also very common in the illegal pet trade. And since we have plenty of free space in the script, let's complain about the illegal pet trade, shall we? So, if you've ever wanted to own any of these animals that I've done videos in this series on, don't. There are exceptions, yes, like any thumbnail with a blue conservation symbol, that means they're domesticated, and those ones are fine to own if you have the necessary facilities. I've also made it clear in some of the animals, like the Asian water monitor, that yes, it can be owned as a pet. But if I don't expressly say that, let's be very clear. even the domestic animals can easily kill a human being, with only a few exceptions in this series. Whether it has come through or will come through, even something like this could brutally maim you and possibly even kill you. 22 pounds doesn't sound like much, but look at these teeth. This is not the smile of something that will be kind if it decides to latch onto your hand or your neck, for instance. So, domesticated animals are domesticated for a reason. That is a process that has happened over thousands of years. It is very rare for us to have a newly domesticated animal. For instance, many people have tried to domesticate foxes, for instance. And while there has been some success, it really is not something that goes well, and eventually they stop even looking like foxes, and they start to look more like domesticated dogs. So, do keep in mind that exotic pets, not usually good pets. And that's not even considering the suffering that the animal will go through. Most exotic pets are put into stressful conditions, improper living arrangements, and even mutilation depending on the animal. It's essentially poaching, but without the death. It is an absolutely abhorrent trade, and all the people around the world that protect these animals are straight up heroes that do not get the recognition they deserve. So, if you are looking for a pet, don't get a monkey. Don't get an impala. Get a dog or a cat. If you've got space, a horse or a goat or a pig. I haven't been able to get into some of these animals, but pigs are great pets if you have the facilities for them. They are loyal, smart, and if you want something out of the ordinary, get that. But with all that said and done, that is all I have for this episode. Like I said, a short one. Even the exhibit didn't take long to make. So, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and share. Subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And until next time, go outside, touch grass, hug your loved one, drink water, and bye-bye.